It's been a really busy 48 hours for the Washington Commanders, so let's cover all of it. Obviously, the big shock so far is Cliff Kingsbury mutually parting ways with Washington after discussion about the philosophy of the direction of this offense. And you may remember me say, kind of back towards the middle of the season, that I really like Cliff. I think the offense works. I think he did a lot with very little this season. But it does feel like to some extent there needs to be a secondary evolution of what Jayden Daniels is as a pocket passer in the NFL, which is something I feel very confident he can do. But when you're trotting him out there in four wide over and over again, giving him, five offensive linemen in front of him and no back in the backfield just out of empty, you're going to be running from pass rushers a lot. And I think that contributed some to the amount of hits he took this year. And so I do think this is kind of a step they are taking in a direction of we want to do more under center West Coast style offense things going forward, as Dan Quinn has a lot of connection to those Shanahan and McVay tree guys from the past. Which is why, as Mike McDaniel gets fired this morning, I think he is probably the leader in the pack for them right now in terms of offensive coordinator targets, although I do think he will probably get head coaching options, although it's also been reported that perhaps this offensive coordinator position with Jayden Daniels is more attractive than some of these head coaching jobs, which I'm not really that shocked by either. Obviously, this team is also looking for a new defensive coordinator after Joe Witt Jr. got fired, which was expected. Right now, it seems like because of the Falcons staff connections that Jeff Ulbrich and Raheem Morris are very likely candidates for that position. Also, they will need a new offensive line coach. Whoever you hire at offensive coordinator will probably have their own guy they bring in. The drama here kind of all occurred with Kingsbury. A lot of players are very disappointed he got fired. That's understandable. I think Kingsbury is a good coach. I think did some very good things for Jayden's development early on, helping him transition to the NFL. And obviously, the offense was why they were as good as they were last year. The second tweet here from Jordan Schultz about coaches being meddled with by the front office is probably about one of the coaches that got fired. I can't say who. I don't really feel like it was Kingsbury because I just don't think this is his style. I could be wrong. But somebody was very upset about the way the season went. That's explainable too. I really hate using the word metal here because I think it's a callback to like what's happened in the Dan Snyder era, when in reality there's like a lot of differences between the things that Dan Snyder was doing, which were literally illegal. Like he's not in the United States anymore because he's done illegal stuff and he can't come back, versus like what they're also calling meddling in this case, which appears to be Adam Peters and a whole lot of fans being upset about this coaching staff continually playing veteran 30-year-old players over rookies who have flashed but keep getting like 8 snaps a game for some reason. Overall, a lot of philosophical changes. I'm a little wondering why, Dan Quinn is still the head coach at this point. I guess him and Adam Peters really are, connected in a way that none of us really understand at this point. I'm a huge Mike McDaniel fan. I think he's done a lot with not a whole lot in Miami for years. Never really been a big Tua fan, so I'd really like to get him. I think that'd be great. I'd make him the head coach if I could, but obviously that's not my job. A lot happening, and it will continue over the next few weeks. Stay tuned.